Today we are going to start the modeling part. Okay, we have discussed the importance of process modeling, process simulation, process dynamics, and also the control theory implemented to the process dynamics. Right. So today we are going to start with a new topic, that is the your modeling part. How we model the system. What are the different tools to use the modeling part? So will start with there are three types of modeling generally using for the identification or modeling part for the system. So identification and modeling both are the same thing, okay, same word, in order to find out the model of any process. In this subject, we are handling the chemical process plant. Therefore, we are talking about only, we are restricted our discussion to the chemical process. However, we can apply this modeling, this topic, this particular theoretical modeling, empirical modeling, simple modeling, in order to find out any type of model in the physical system. So generally there are three types of modeling. First are the theoretical modeling based on the mass transfer. This modeling is generally based on the there are so many assumptions, as well as the theory behind it is the mass transfer, mass balance, energy balance, or you can say heat balance, and the component balance. Okay. Second is the empirical modeling. Empirical modeling is based on the data science, data analysis, whatever the history of the data is available in the of the any equipments or in the plant or the or of the any industries. Based on that data of that particular equipments or the industries or the something else, we are trying to find out the behavior, future behavior, or anticipate the behavior of the system based on that data. So we have to develop the model using that empirical model. Okay, that data. So it will require a statistical tool. You already heard about the RMAX model, auto regression model. We will study this model in the DSP, digital signal processing. Next, the semi-empirical modeling. Semi-empirical modeling comprises of two words. First is semi and empirical. It means it also uses a theoretical modeling as well as the empirical modeling. We will see with some example how these three models will going to develop. So model, first tool is the theoretical model, and in order to find out the theoretical model, you can understood it how it is will be when we going to apply some input signal to the any process. Obviously, it will generate some output, and this output we have to find out how this output is going to behave. Okay, so we have to measure this output, and the output and the find we have to find out the relation between the output and input, how this output behaves with the basis of this input. Okay, so we have to model, we have to identify this these things using some mathematical tools. So this term is known as identification, or the mathematics dynamics we got is called the model. Okay, so these are things. So what are the different things? What are the different tools? So first theoretical tools is the principle of conservation. So principle of conservation means whatever you send the items inside the system is equal to the whatever the items leaving the system. Is it okay? So based on this, you can say that the accumulation of S within a system means whatever you are sending is equal to the accumulation part, whatever let's say, suppose there's a tank, and in a one tank, I'm giving one example so that you can understand it. Let's say there is a one tank. In this tank, let's you are sending some fluid or some water inside the tank, and this is the living part where the output of we are getting the product. Okay, so let's say we are sending some water inside this tank and living with the help of this tank. So whatever some water is going to accumulate here, that is the accumulation. So let's say we are sending 10 kg of water. So and 2 kg of water is living from this side. So 2 kg plus whatever the 8 kg is going to accumulate it is equal to 10. Is it right? So यही आपको करना है, यही आपको समझना है. So this is the accumulation. Accumulation is equal to the whatever you going to send in minus out, or you can say in equal to the out plus accumulation. Both are the same. In is equal to the out plus accumulation. Any doubt? Any doubt up to this point? In is equal to the accumulation plus whatever the out. Okay, plus the amount of S generated within the system. Let's say the system is you can say क्या कहते हैं उसको, दो वर्ड होता है केमिकल में, एक
Enthalpy, entropy,
नो 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 नो
adiabatic.
no. Suppose there are two things are going to mix and some energy is going to generate whatever that is the intrinsic, extrinsic. No, I'm
Exothermic.
yes, endothermic or exothermic type of material. Yes, sorry, thank you. So yes, endothermic, exothermic, that is the heat, basically the heat transfer, whatever. Suppose that you are mixing two chemicals A and B, okay, and some amount of S or some amount of salt, some amount of third thing is going to generated with the in the system. Okay, so that is going to also added, right? And whatever, let's say you are supposed you are going to mix two chemicals and and some amount of chemicals are going to consume within the system, that will the minus. Whatever the generated is a plus, whatever the system, whatever is consumed, there's a minus. Simple principle is whatever the system is going to the in equal to the out, in is equal to the out, that's the principle. That's the conservation of something, anything else. It may be the mass, it may be the components, it may be the total energy, it may be the momentum, right? So you have to apply this principle anywhere in the four: total mass, individual components, total energy, and momentum, right? So if the reaction is endothermic, at that time the heat is going to consume. And suppose the reaction is exothermic, then heat is generated, and you have to add this energy, right? So we will see with the example how this will be written. So this is the theoretical model for the chemical process emanated from the conservation law. First, you are seeing the conservation of mass. In order to find out the conservation of mass, you can see here rate of mass. Whatever the accumulation is equal to, in minus out. You can see from this tank. You can understood with the help of this tank. In, that is the in is equal to the out plus accumulation. Yeah, in minus out equal to accumulation. Both are the same thing. What? Okay. So in minus out equal to accumulation, or you can say in is equal to the out plus accumulation. Both are the same, right? Same, in similar way, you can write the conservation of component. Whatever the component is going to accumulate equal to the in minus out, or plus component if produced, or if there is a minus term if it is consumed. It may be the minus term is also there if the rate of component I is going to consume, right? We have assumed that there is no consumption here. Okay, therefore only the rate of component I produces there. Last is the conservation of energy. In the case of conservation of energy, both the same idea, same theoretical, same principle will are going to apply. That is equal to the whatever the energy accumulated inside the tank, inside the system, is equal to the whatever the in minus out. Okay, plus whatever the heat going to the adding in that system, or whatever the heat is going to the release to the surrounding. That all things becomes the conservation of energy, right? So now the main terms is in the system, in this here in the figure, in this figure, that is the process model identification. Your main idea, your target, ultimate target is your control. What is the control? Let's say you have to going to control the level, temperature, pressure, any parameters or all the parameters simultaneously of any system. For that purpose, you have to measure, you have to use control theory. Okay. So in order to apply or implement the control theory, you must need some mathematical relationship between the output and input. In order to that, the relation of output and input, you must find out the dynamics. And based on that dynamics, we will get some transfer function. Okay, we will get some transfer function. Dynamics means the process dynamics means the dynamics of the system means it relates the output and input. Okay, and when you apply some tools to that dynamics in order to simplify that, to find out the relationship between the output and input, we will get the transfer function. Okay, so what is the meaning? Here we are going to understand what is the meaning of transfer function. So transfer function nothing means transfer function is a relationship between the output and input. With the help of some mathematical tools, we are going to simplify the system. We are going to simplify the relationship between the output and input with the some help of some mathematical tools. Okay, so you can see here how this control theory is going to apply. Let's say this is the autonomous car. Let's say this is the autonomous car or the manual car, and you are going to uh, going to somewhere else. Okay, and let's say suppose how the car will drive, how you going to drive the car. Okay, so let's say this the actual direction of travel is shown here. Okay, and let's say you are going to, and the desired direction of travel is this one. Okay, desired travel of this one, then you have to measure that angle and you have to change the steerer at that angle, right? Okay, it is only based on some measurement. So what angle you have to steer your steering, right? So these are the things based on this we are going to control. Okay, so and based on the same things, this tank system, you have to control the flow of or level of this tank. So how the manual controller or how you going to control manually. So you can see here whatever the fluid is going to inside the tank. Okay, and whatever the fluid is leaving from the tank, you have to control by the help of some sensor with the help of measure feedback system, right? So now different types of modeling equation and transfer function, right? So we will see with the help of some examples what are the natures, what are the different mathematical equations, what are the behavior of that mathematical equations we are getting. So these are the three particular equation we will derive in order to find out the mathematical dynamics, or you can say the process dynamics. First nature will be the algebraic equation. Okay, so till now you have seen in the control theory, if you have developed the mathematical model of any mechanical system, at that time you have encountered the algebraic equation or the differential equation, ODE or the algebraic. If you are dealing with the steady state equation, then you have got the algebraic equation. If you are dealing with some mechanical system, some dynamical system, then you will got the first order differential equation. And third type is the partial differential equation. So partial differential equation is generally encountered with the distributed system. And ordinary differential equation is generally occurred with the lumped parametric system, whereas the partial differential equation is It comes with the distributed parameter. So now my question is with the Hadi. What is the distributed parametric model? Please, Hadi. Roll number 23. Roll number 23.
Yes, sir.
What is distributed parameter model? Please elaborate. Whatever you know, whatever your idea, please tell. Roll number 23, Hadi.
Sir, control is distributed.
Okay. Roll number 25, Inderjeet Singh. Roll
Yes,
number
sir.
20. Yes, what is distributed parametric model? Anyone?
सर
Sir,
शायद से मतलब एक वेरिएबल के साथ जब दूसरे वेरिएबल्स भी साथ में चेंज होने लगते हैं तो जब हम उसको मतलब हर चीज का एक मतलब ये उसको डिफरेंशिएट करके सबकी क्वांटिटी निकालनी पड़ती है कि कितना वो चेंज हो रहा है एक के साथ दूसरा, तो
सर,
शायद वही डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड पैरामीट्रिक मॉडल।
सर लम्प्ड पैरामीटर सर टाइम पे डिपेंड करते हैं और जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है वो टाइम और स्पेस दोनों पे डिपेंड करते हैं।
Who is this? कौन है ये?
सर सतनाम से।
वेरी गुड। कहीं से देखा या फिर ऐसे बताया याद था?
नहीं सर, वो पिछली बार EMFT में था शायद।
यस, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड सतना, वेरी गुड। व्हाट इज योर रोल नंबर?
71।
Good. So we will see this in the details of these things, how the distributor, what are the distributed parameter model and the lumped parameter model. So the point to remember is here, ordinary differential equation is going to deal with the lumped parameter model here. And PD is generally encountered with the distributed parameter model, nothing else. Okay. Next model, next different types of model is a linear and non-linear. So we will see the nature of how the non-linear will come in the system. Okay. So there are two types of model, linear and non-linear. Next is the deterministic and probabilistic or stochastic model. Okay. So in order to find out the, let's say, stock market exchange. Okay. So it is very difficult to find out the model of the stock variation in the stock market, or you can say suppose that if a pattern of the rain in the per year. So if you want to model this pattern of the rain throughout the year, it is very very tough to find out the model of this eject model. So this type of model is generally not the deterministic. This type of model is generally the probabilistic or stochastic. Okay. However, we have seen in the chemical process, the most of the model is the deterministic, right? Next is the static versus dynamic. So the steady state model is the static, that is not varying with the time. However, the dynamic model is generally varying with the time. Next, the lumped parameter model and distributed parameter model. और यही आपको पास कराएगा, क्योंकि यही आपके थियरी आ सकते हैं, बाकी थियरी है ही नहीं, पूरे पूरे पीडीसी में देयर इज नो थियरी. ओके. So lumped parameter means the model you are going to derive, that model is only based on dependent on the time. Okay, time. Let's say this is a tank system. In the tank system, whatever the fluid is going to enter into the tank and leaving to the tank, and whatever the accumulation, this is only dependent on the time. However, the distribution of heat in any slab, we will see later. Let's say here, in one case, I will want to show you that this one. Let's say this is the temperature distribution. Temperature is going to distribute inside this slab. Okay. So the time is one of the parameter. Out of this, Beside this time, the temperature is also dependent on the this x coordinate. Okay, the temperature is at the x point and x plus delta x point. Both are the different. Let's say the temperature at this point x and x plus or y or at L, both the temperature are different. Okay, so it dependent on the x-axis or y. You can say the space. I have taken only the x-axis. We can say the three dimension also. So the distributed parameter model is based on the space as well as the time. However, the long parametric model is based only on the time. Next, the white box model. White box model, generally we find derive this model using the first principle. What is the first principle? Anyone can say? What is the first principle? What is the first principle? Anyone can say what is the first principle? Aditya? Aditya? Aditya Kumar? Hello? Aditya? बोलो सिद्धि सिद्धि Jain,
Yes, sir.
what is the first principle?
First, sir,
Any idea? White
no,
box model.
no, sir.
Have you heard about that white box model?
No, sir.
White box model is usually the model derived with the help of the theoretical modeling. And theoretical modeling means conservation. Conservation means first principle, nothing else. First principles is here used for the term principle of mass, principle of heat, principle of momentum, principle of energy. Okay,
Okay, sir.
principle of
Yes.
conservation. So principle of conservation is also known as the first principle, right? So the model derived with the help of that first principle is known as the white box model. However, the black box model means we don't know about that model. We don't know the nature of the behavior of the input and output. So the tools using for the model of such system is the empirical modeling. So we will send some input and observe some output, okay, from that system. So based on that history of that input and output, we are going to develop some models. That model is known as data driven or the empirical modeling. Okay. And we are going to use the statistical tool in order to develop the data driven model or the empirical modeling. The tools is the statistical or the data science, nothing else. Generally, the regression model is going to use. We will see one example after some time. Third is the gray box model. Gray box model is basically some parameters are unknown, some parameters are known. So we are going to combine both the first principle as well as the empirical modeling, and based on that, we will find out the model for the gray box. Okay. So next last part of the slide is the identification of model parameters. So what are the different necessary steps? What are the different necessary steps when we are going to develop the models in order to find out the identification of that parameters? Okay. So how the identification of model parameters will do? What are the different necessary steps in order to that? So first we have to assume the known model structure. Okay. Second is the collect plan data or a special experiment or normal operation. Okay. What is the meaning of the normal operation or special experiment? It means we have to assume so many things. We will see after 1 to 2 minutes. And the tweak model parameters to achieve a good fit. Means regression will give the line that will the good fitting. We will see. We will test the model with the help of some testing. Testing means t-test, f-test. Some statistical tool is there on which your model is going to fit. Okay. Then only you can say your model is fine. So first example, next is the one, next is the next model is also known, one of the model is the control theory. This is the control theory problem. First is the Saro problem, and second is the regulator problem. So in the regulator problem and what is the Saro problem, you have to understand it is a very important and generally asked in the examination as a theoretical point. So what is the difference between the regulator problem and Saro problem? See here, let's say you are going, this is the feedback system. This is the feedback, one of the feedback system, the control system. So anyone can explain these two block diagram, first block diagram and second diagram. Anyone in your class? What is going to happen here? Anyone? Because I have demonstrated this figure 2 to 3 times or 4 times. Anyone?
सर मतलब ये इस पहले डायग्राम में इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर और स्टीम जो है मतलब वो टेम्परेचर देने का काम कर रहा है उसमें
हाँ।
प्रोसेस में।
हाँ।
फिर वहां पे टेम्परेचर मेजरिंग एलिमेंट का काम है कि वो टेम्परेचर सेंस करके उसको रीड करेगा।
Ultimate target. What is the ultimate target?
अल्टीमेट टारगेट है कि कितना वो डिजायर्ड टेम्परेचर से जितना एरर हो रहा हो, आगे बढ़ रहा हो चाहे नीचे हो रहा हो, उसको कंट्रोल करना है फाइनल कंट्रोल एलिमेंट।
Yes, right. Yes, right. Ultimate target is to control the temperature of the fluid inside the tank. In order to that, we have to measure, we are going to measure that temperature of that fluid inside the tank. That is going to leave that as a product at the TI point. Okay. And just we measure these things using the sensor, we send to the some controller. At the controller point, there is a some summer is there. At that summer, the set point desired value of the temperature is going to the going to enter that point. Okay. And we're going to subtract the measuring temperature and the set point, or based on that error, the controller will decide how much element, how much final control element, how much valve is going to open or close. Okay, based on that opening or closing of the valve, the electrical steam or the electrical power, the steam or the electrical power is going to enter inside the tank, and therefore this temperature is going to control. Okay, so this is the theory of going to control the temperature of the steer tank heater, and same is represented in the model, in the block diagram, right? So this has been represented with the help of block diagram. Okay, now what I mean by, and you can see there the TI is a load. We have seen through, we have already understood this thing TI with the help of the feed forward control. You can see here the TI we have already understood. So if we are going to control with these parameters, then it will behave as a TI load. Okay, it is a load. This, if we will change, then also the dynamics of this process will change, and this is the load. So in a similar way, this is represented here with the help of the block diagram. This is the TI, this is the load. Okay, so when this TI, what the regulator means, regulator problem means, the goal of control system for this type of problem is to enable system to compensate for the load change and maintain controls variables at set point. It means for the regulator problem, you have to understand it, set point is going to the constant. The variation is only happening in the TI load. This will be the constant. Okay, set point will not change. However, the load will change in the case of regulator problem, and the vice versa in the happen in the Saro problem. In the Saro problem, it is used for the tracking purpose. Tracking purpose means the set point will change. However, the load will become constant. Load will not change in the Saro problem. Okay. So generally in the robotics problem is encountered with the Saro problem. However, the most of the chemical problem is encountered with the regulator problem. Right. Now come to the meaning of transfer function. How will you find out the transfer function? Anyone can tell me? Anyone can light? What is the transfer function? अरे बोलो भाई, कथा पूरी कर
ys
दो।
upon ys upon us होता है when initial conditions are 0.
आगे बबलू, बबलू रानी
Yes, sir.
बताओ बताओ।
Sir, Laplace transform of output divided by Laplace transform of input taking initial conditions as constant.
क्यों ऐसा करते हैं?
Sorry, 0.
क्यों ऐसा करते हैं?
Yes, sir.
क्यों ऐसा करने की जरूरत है? मतलब ये ट्रांसफर फंक्शन किसी ब्रह्मा जी ने लिख के दिया है कि ऐसा ही करना है? मतलब
Sir,
लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म आउटपुट अपन लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म इनपुट पुटिंग ऑल इनिशियल कंडीशन जीरो, ये लाइन ब्रह्मा जी ने दिया था। व्हाई दिस विल नीड?
sir, initial conditions value
No, no, why you are going to apply the Laplace transform? Suppose I am interested in the jet transform or the Fourier transform. Can we apply that jet transform or Fourier transform? Can we say the output transform, output in the jet transform is divided by the input in the jet transform, and putting all initial condition equal to 0 is known as the transfer function? Can we say?
no, sir.
Why? No. Anyone?
सर सिस्टम का डिजाइन देखने के लिए, उसकी मॉडलिंग देखने के लिए हमेशा लैपलेस ट्रांसफॉर्म यूज करते हैं।
मैं जेट ट्रांसफॉर्म यूज नहीं कर सकता?
सर इतना मुझे जितना रिकलेक्ट कर रहा है, क्योंकि जितना मैंने पढ़ा था कि डिजाइन के लिए लैपलेस ट्रांसफॉर्म यूज करते हैं, और जेड किस लिए करते हैं वो एक्चुअली मुझे नहीं आता।
कोई बता सकता है?
सर फ्रीक्वेंसी डोमेन के एनालिसिस के लिए हम लैप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म का यूज करते हैं।
और टाइम डोमेन में नहीं कर सकते लाप्लास?
सर LTVI सिस्टम है इसलिए यहाँ पे लैप्लास यूज कर रहा।
मैं
लीनियर सिस्टम।
अच्छा ठीक है, और आगे कुछ और कोई आंसर? तुम लोगों ने कंट्रोल थियरी पढ़ रखा है पहले से, ऐसा मेरा मानना है।
सर कैसे भी कर सकते हैं क्योंकि डेफिनेशन तो वही रहेगी, हम
क्या
अपनी
रहेगी?
सहूलियत के लिए केवल उसको चेंज कर रहे हैं लैप्लास में।
फिर से बोलो एक बार, कैसे भी कर सकते हैं इसका क्या मतलब है? कैसे भी कर सकते हैं इसका मतलब?
सर मतलब चाहे तो हम टाइम डोमेन में भी कर सकते हैं।
अच्छा, कोई भी टूल अप्लाई कर सकते हैं इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड आउट द ट्रांसफर फंक्शन दैट इज बिसाइड द लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म?
यस
कैन
सर,
वी अप्लाई द ट्रांसफॉर्म? कैन वी अप्लाई द फूरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म?
यस सर,
हां,
यस सर,
so can we say the transfer function in the output or in not in the Laplace transform, that is in the jet transform is divided by the input in the jet
यस सर,
transform?
दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन आउटपुट एंड इनपुट ओनली।
Yes, yes, very good. If your listen very carefully. This is only one jugaad. Okay, Laplace transform, whatever the tool you are going to use for in order to find out the relationship between, your target is to find out the relationship between the input and output. Transfer function means the relationship between a mathematical differential में मत जाओ. What the target? Your target is, or you can say that you have to relate the output and input. Then how you are going to relate the output and input? You are going to write some equation with the help of mass transfer, with the help of heat transfer, with the help of momentum transfer, whatever. In order to that, you are going to write some equation, and that equation is maybe the first order differential equation, maybe the second order equation, maybe the simply algebraic equation. Let's say this is the differential equation, ODE. Generally, because accumulation is there, therefore generally you are encountered with the ODE. Okay, so this is the differential equation. Let's say this is the output side YT and this is the input side. You have written some equation and we have developed this type of dynamics. Now, how can we relate the output and input? Okay, how this output is changed with the help of this input. In order to that, you are going to simplify this equation, and therefore you are going to implement either you find out the solution of this differential equation, and you know as your differential equation becomes higher order, or there it is very difficult to solve the differential equation as comparison to solving that differential equation with the help of Laplace transform or with the help of other tools, that is the Fourier transform. Am I right? Am I right or not? डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करना ज्यादा आसान होगा या लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म ज्यादा आसान होगा? क्योंकि डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन का हर इक्वेशन का अपना एक नेचर होता है, और वी आर गोइंग टू अप्लाई दैट टूल, particular tool in order to solve that differential equation. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes,
In
sir.
order to avoid that complexity in the differential equation, you are going to use some tools. Ultimately, you have to solve this differential equation and find out the variation of the y with the help of input and the time. Nothing else. यही करना है. Okay, तो आप कर क्या रहे हैं? In order to that, just you are applying some tools for solving or for you make your complexity easy. Nothing else. आप easy करना चाह रहे हो उस चीज को, and therefore you're going to apply some tools, and therefore that Laplace transform or the Fourier transform or the J transform will help in that. Nothing else. तो ये सवाल का जवाब हुआ. अब आगे सवाल का जवाब ये है कि why not we are going to use the Laplace transform or J transform. The J transform is used for the discrete system, and this is the continuous system. Differential equation is written for the continuous system. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And when the system is the discrete, distal, at that time, let's say RMX model, autoregression model, autoregression moving average model, all these models are the discrete model, and that place we will encounter with the J transform, nothing else. At that place, you are defined the transfer function with the help of J transform, nothing else.
तो फोरियर कब यूज होती है फिर?
Fourier Laplace transform and Fourier transform most are very you can say it is very near, लगभग similar है, वो similar nature है Laplace transform Fourier transform का.
ओके सर.
But these are the entirely different tools due to some the converging nature. Okay, converging nature के चलते उसका कुछ different nature हो जाता है. Unfortunately, we have not studied in the previous semester Fourier transform. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर आपने अब क्वेश्चन है कि why we are going to use the zero initial condition. It is only one question now. If you are not making the zero initial condition, the system becomes non-linear. Why? We will see with one example. Okay, अगर let's say आप dy by dt plus y equal to 5 अगर कोई इक्वेशन है, let's say 2 into dy by dt plus y equal to 5 कोई इक्वेशन है, and you have to find out the let's say differential equation 5x, मान ली xt, 5xt, this side the yt and this side in the right hand side the xt and the left hand side the yt. 5 dy by dt plus yt equal to xt, let's say this is the equation. So when we are going to apply the Laplace transform, then by the Laplace of dy by dt, s into ys minus y0 minus. Am I right? What is the Laplace transform of dy by dt? Yes.
Yes, sir. वही होता
यस सर.
क्या होता है? Repeat करो.
है. S into ys minus y naught.
Why not? Why do why not?
वो जीरो पे
Initial
value-
condition. That is the initial condition. Okay. Let's say the initial okay, तो ये हो गया आपका sys. Okay, and the Laplace transform of yt is ys, and the Laplace transform of xt is xs. But due to this y0 minus, you are not able to find out the output and input relation. Ys upon xs you will never be found. Yes or no?
यस सर.
That y0 minus. Okay, तो y0 minus will make the system non-linear. Okay, and therefore you are not able to find out the Laplace transform output and input. Okay, so therefore we are assuming that we are considering that initial conditions would be 0. Okay.
सर लेकिन मॉडर्न कंट्रोल में तो कहते हैं कि ये सिस्टम ही गलत है, ये गलत यूज नहीं होता प्रैक्टिकली.
Exactly, because we are using the status space equation. Okay, and this is the the restriction during initial condition. Okay, there is a disadvantage of the system. We don't know the exact nature, but however, इसको गलत कहना ठीक नहीं होगा. गलत वर्ड इज वेरी हार्श. इसको हम लोग कह सकते हैं कि ये लिमिटेशन है. लेकिन हम नेचर के यानी यू आर गोइंग टू स्टडी द टूल्स इन द कंट्रोल थियरी फॉर द स्टेबिलिटी, फॉर द डिफरेंट टूल्स इन द फॉर द स्टडी. ओके, सो in order to learn that tools, we will study, our study is limited to the linear theory, linear time invariant theory, क्योंकि आपका एम प्रोसेस को समझना वहां पर नहीं था. आपका वहां पर एम था कि कंट्रोल थियरी के टूल्स को कैसे इंप्लीमेंट किया जाता है उसको समझना. लेट से अगर मैं नॉन लीनियर थियरी सीधे स्टार्ट कर देता और आपको सीधे नॉन लीनियर थियरी में अप्लाई करके दिखाता नाइक्विस्ट, आप नहीं समझ पाते. Therefore, for ease to better understanding, we have encountered with the linear time invariant system. However, it is also true the linear in time invariant system in practical never exist, but the theory will remain same. Okay, the theory concept will remain same. So concept को समझने के लिए आपको ये समझाया गया है. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so point to remember, this is the last slide of today. Point to remember about the transfer function. So what is the transfer function? This is the generalized equation you have already read it on the books, to the books line. Okay, so what is the transfer function? Transfer function is nothing else the ratio of transform of output of component to transform of input. Okay, so the component is assumed to rest prior to excitation, that all the initial values are assumed to be 0, right? The transfer function is defined only for the LTI system. क्यों मैंने बता दिया. It is not defined for the non-linear system. For the non-linear system, we will handle with the different tools. Okay, so but we will see, we will make the non-linear system into the linear system. There is also tool, क्योंकि linear system का study करना ज्यादा आसान है. Okay, so for the non-linear system, we will study how the non-linear system will handle if the non-linearity is not much higher. Okay, we will see the root of n's are called poles. It means ms इसका अगर रूट निकालेंगे ns का रूट निकालेंगे. Whatever the root of ns is there in the denominator, this will called as the poles. However, the roots of the ms, this polynomial is known as the zeros of the system, right? Okay, what the characteristic equation? The characteristic equation means by setting denominator function to 0, means if we are setting this equal to 0, this will provide the characteristic equation, and it's very important. So you have to remember 2 to 3 points. What is the transfer function? How the transfer function is going to find out? Okay, what is the nature of that transfer function? What are the poles? What are the zeros? What are the nature of this pole and zeros? And what is the characteristic equation? And the roots of this characteristic equation, how it behaves. Okay, so I'm stopping here, and tomorrow we will see some example of transfer function, how the transfer function is to be find. Okay, so till thank you.
Thank you, sir.